Good afternoon everyone, good afternoon sir. So I will discuss trauma and victimization. A. Primary injuries. Injuries include physical trauma, intense stress reactions, and emotional trauma. So ang primary injuries is concerned with mga trauma na atong nagian. It is a reaction through which stress expands sa atong thoughts. First is physical damage, a physical trauma. For example, my friend accident in the highway. Part of his body has been damaged and his arm was broke. And now after a few days, my friend has a trauma in the highway. Number 2, intense stress reaction. People stress because of their problem, and that is the cause of headaches, also not unable to sleep. So, number 3, emotional trauma. What is emotional trauma? For example, sinigawan ka ng nanay mo. Then that is the first time you receive that yell because you have a bad grades in school. And nowadays, may kakatakutan ka na mababa grades mo kasi baka masigawan ka ulit. A. Shock or numbers. What is shock or numbers? For example, kanang nakadasmag kag bata tas namatay. Namatay ang bata pero wala jud nimo tuyo tungod accidental lang kaayo ang nahitabo. Nikalit ragdagan ang bata tas sa kalsada nabanggaan nimo imuhang motor. Tas ang bata namatay. So nabanggaan. A. Shock or numbers. What is shock or numbers? For example, kanang nakadasmag kag bata tas namatay ang bata pero wala jud nimo tuyo So tungod accidental lang kaayo ang nahitabo, nikalit ragdagan ang bata, then sa kalsada, tas nabanggaan nimo sa imong motor. Tas ang bata namatay, human nakalong ka tungod kay nakapatay kag bata. Human na preso ka tas mga pila ka months or years nakagawas ka. Tas naay isa ka bisis nakakita kag nabanggaan sad na bata tas namatay kana bitong nigahi na bitaw kat wala ka nakalihok tungod na siya ka og naka-feel kag trauma tungod kana na panghitabo na experience na nimo sa imong sarili mao na ang shock or numbness so B. Denial, disbelief, and anger. So, kani sila denial sa ilang kaagi, they tend to forget what are the flashbacks are telling because of denial. They deny all the thing that happens into their lives og kanang nagian nila nga trauma. So, C. Acute stress disorder. So, kani sila, they have PTSD. Naapod sila insomnia, which they have trouble sleeping, they have flashbacks from the past. Mostly, ani is mga tao nga gikan gira kanang matulog sila and they dream about atong past na nahitabo sa ilaha. So, secondary injuries. What is secondary injuries? Katong mga tao na wala natabangan firstly sa pag prevail sa crime, magkasuffer ang mga victims og secondary injuries kay walay nagtabang sa iya when the crime prevailed. Maybe wala siya gitabangan sa expenses sa hospital and also wala iyang family to console he or she. So common injuries. What is common injuries? Mao ni sila ang mga injury na common na sa sa atong palibot. When there is a victim sa sakyanan which is nabanggaan unintentionally, then nagka-severe ang mga disabilities niya. Isa also sa mga common injuries is kanang mga brushes, mga bali. A primary injury occurs at the time of injury, and secondary brain injury involves and complicates the primary injury. Primary or immediate injuries include intracranial hemorrhage and injuries, including DAI and contusions, cerebral edema, fractures, and extracranial soft tissue injury, lacerations. Physical trauma is a serious injury to the body. The two main types of physical trauma are blunt force trauma, when an object or force strikes the body, often resulting in concussions, deep cuts, or broken bones. Penetrating trauma, when an object pierces the skin or body, usually creating an open wound. Acute stress disorder is an intense, unpleasant, and dysfunctional reaction beginning shortly after an overwhelming traumatic event and lasting less than a month. If symptoms persist longer than a month, people are diagnosed as having post-traumatic stress disorder. Emotional or psychological trauma is the result of traumatizing experience that leave you feeling unsafe or helpless. Some trauma may also cause physical harm, such as a car accident or assault, but you do not have to sustain a physical injury to experience emotional trauma. Shock and numbness. What is shock and numbness? This phase immediately follows a loss to death. In order to emotionally survive the initial shock of the loss, the grieving person feels numb and shut down. Learning and searching, this phase is characterized by a variety of feelings including sadness, anger, anxiety, and confusion. Acute stress disorder. O niya na pre. Acute stress disorder, ASD, is an intense and unpleasant reaction that develops in the weeks following a traumatic event. Symptoms typically last for 1 month or less. If symptoms persist beyond 1 month, affected individuals are considered to have post-traumatic stress disorder. It means PTSD. Secondary injury is a term applied to the destructive and self-propagating biological changes in cells and tissues that lead to their dysfunction or death over hours to weeks after initial insult. In most contexts, the initial injury is usually mechanical. But by the way, sir, good day again. So, my name is Erja Negredo. This is my assigned topic entitled Segment 2, Victimization, which was assigned by me by Frances Nadonsa. Once again, sir, thank you very much and mabuhay.